Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss uh, the topic which we left in the last lecture, that we are going to discuss about the hypereutectoid. And before that, we are just take a brief about the last lecture, that was we discussed about the eutectoid reaction, and which is taking place inside the particular iron carbon system. And this particular iron carbon system reaction basically are the three types. These are the eutectic, eutectoic, and you can. So that we were talking about the particular reactions. Yes, in the iron carbon system, the eutectic, eutectoid, and you can say pretectic reactions that took place in the iron carbon diagram. And these all three reactions have their own distinct properties, and that we will show you. Yes, that the particular reactions which are taking place at a very low temperature, as you can see, the transformation is taking place, and these particular eutectic reactions basically showing the phase transformation at a point, and that particular is the variant point, and you can say the uh, phase transformer point as well. And that are the points from where one phase to the another phase of the alloys is to be changes. So first one we discussed about the eutectic reaction, and that particular eutectic reaction basically containing that it is showing that the one liquid, when it is heating and cooling, transforming from one phase to another. Regarding first we considering to the cooling phase, so that transform into the two solid, the alpha ferrite and the beta ferrite, right? So they are the two solid phase, alpha and beta phase. And that was discussed in the earlier slide, that was in basically we talked about in this particular structure. Let me, yes, that the particular eutectic system from where we identify this particular PBNSN system, that is showing the particular eutectic point. Yes, you can see in this figure there is a eutectic point, and that eutectic basically identify at a very low temperature, and that represent the transformation of the phases. And that's why we discussing these things for the remembering of all the data, as to just remind ourselves that this particular formulation is taking place in this. So let me, yes, we are here. So now we are talking about the eutectoid, as we discussed about the eutectoid. In this eutectoid, there are the two basic kind of hypoeutectoid and the hypereutectoid. They are all categorized according to the their compositional changes and the temperature changes. So how the particular eutectoid, the one solid is transformed into the two solid with respect to the temperature and the composition, that is the hypo and the hyper. So we will discuss that particular, as we talked earlier in the class, about the hypoeutectoid that provide the perlite kind of structure, and we will talk about this. So in this particular eutectoid, what is happening? There is the one solid alpha austenite, sorry, gamma, that is the gamma austenite, is transformed into, when it cools, it transforms into the two solid, that is the alpha ferrite, and that is the Fe3C, that is the cementite. As in what is happening when we are cooling at that particular material, a transformation take place from one phase to another with respect to that, and that is the solid phase is defining. And in this particular, you can see the weight percentage is about 0.76 weight percentage of carbon. And then next one is the protectic, in which the one again the liquid and the one solid phase, which is transformed into the second solid phase, the epsilon that is showing here. So it's the same as we talked about in the earlier lecture. So now we are going to discussing that the particular, you can see here, there is a transformation, that is the alpha plus ferrite, this is the gamma plus liquid, that is the gamma plus alpha cementite, this is the gamma phase, this is the delta ferrite, alpha ferrite, and with respect to the temperature and composition, they transform from one phase to another phase, and that phases are defining by the different names. And as you can see in this particular figure, there is a compositional range in which the hypo and hypereutectoid is defining regarding the steel only, not in the cast iron. So we are limiting to the percentage of carbon up to 2%, that is the confining the steel composition, and above 2% we are considering it the cast iron, because cast iron having the more number of percentage of carbon as compared to the steel. So all the range of the steel means the low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, the high carbon alloy steel, all are gathering in that particular region in between the 2%, that is the from 0.008% to 2%. So that the particular, and in between that figure is explaining the hypoeutectide and the hypereutectide with respect to that particular compositional of carbon in the iron, basically. So that particular, you can see here, that particular hypoeutectide basically lie in between the 0.008% to 0.8.3%. It means it is showing the medium up to a range of the you can say that is the medium carbon steel, and in that range. So this particular hypereutectoid and the hypoeutectoid basically showing the steel range, and this particular range, as you can see, the hypoeutectoid basically lie in the low carbon steel, and this particular and also containing the, you can say, the medium carbon steel as well. So this is the basic medium and low carbon steel range, and above that particular 0.83% to up to 2%, that is basically related to the range of the medium carbon steel to the higher carbon steel alloy steel, basically. So that the particular hypo and hypereutectoid is to be identified, and that is basically representing uh, the percentage of the carbon as well, and their strength of the, basically you can say, of the material. So as you can see, the pearlite and the ferrite combination is showing here, that means the soft and ductile material is possessing here, and here is the pearlite and the cementite is possessing here, means the harder material of the steel is to be accomplished over here. So that harder is basically related to the high carbon alloy steel. So these are the range which are loading from one place to another. So that the thing just we are considering in the iron carbon diagram, that how the carbon percentage play a very vital role to improve the basically hardness of the material, and that is how we talked about the hypoeutectoid. And now today we are going to discuss about the particular as we talked about the pearlite yesterday. In the previous lecture, we talked about the eutectoid reactions, and that particular eutectoid reaction basically is nothing, just softer percentage of the material that is showing here, and in that particular material, you can see the changes of the alpha austenite FCC structure basically is happening to transform into the two solids, that is the ferrite plus the cementite. Basically you can say the you can say the changes in the hardness of the material, and that the hardness basically relating to the strength of the material as well. So that we discussed in the particular eutectoid steel reaction, and this particular formation of the pearlite structure is happening, and we talked about the formation of the alpha and the gamma ferrite is happening in the progressive mode. that the one by one how they are acquiring the particular space to improve the quality of the material, as you can say the property of the material basically. So that is the particular microstructures of the steel that improving their hardness or their strength by combining all these particular phases. So in that particular that we talked about in the microstructure for iron carbon diagram, that below the eutectoid with composition of 0.002 to 0.76 weight percentage of carbon, that is the range of the high, low and the medium carbon alloy steel, and above that the high carbon alloy steel is to be happen. So in that particular scenario, now we are going to focus about the pro eutectoid and the hypereutectoid steel. So before that proceeding of the pro-eutectoid, we are now let us see this particular figure. As you can see in this particular figure as well, at the point F, we are just considering at the point F, that is below the T line, that is the tie line from the E, as we talked about this figure in the earlier lecture as well, about to understand the hypoeutectoid. So now we are just considering the particular figure to understand the pro-eutectoid steel. So the particular ferrite that is present in the pearlite is the called the pro-eutectoid alpha ferrite, and whereas the other hand the form above the TE is termed as the pro-eutectoid, meaning the pre or the before eutectoid. So that the particular pro-eutectoid is basically is called, is all about the pro or the before the eutectoid transformation. So what is happening, let's see. It is very interesting to understand all these things. So this particular basically photograph is showing the weight percentage of that particular overall carbon weight percentage is about you can take here is about 0.38 weight percentage. So that is about 0.38, that is the point. So it's about 0.83 percentage of that particular and carbon steel, and that is a large and white region corresponding to the pro-eutectoid formation of the particular ferrite. As you can see, these are the particular pro-eutectoid formation is taking place in the figure to understand the hypoeutectoid reaction and their development basically with respect to the combination of the alloy. So for pearlite, the spacing between the alpha and the Fe3C. So where is the alpha? Alpha is here and Fe3C. The spacing between the alpha and the Fe3C layer varies from grain to grain. It doesn't mean कि हर जगह एक ही तरीके का होगा, but it will vary from grain to grain. And some of the pearlite appear to be as darker because the many close plagued layer are unresolved at the magnification. So some of also showing as the dark portion as well, that the particular magnification in the photograph you can see. So that particular pearlite is showing again here, and this is the pro-eutectoid ferrite you can see here. So this figure explaining lots of things, and this micrograph is basically taken from the scanning electron microscope figure with respect to the 0.44 weight percentage of carbon steel, in which it may be also be seen both the pearlite and the pro-eutectoid ferrite. That is only at a higher magnification. As you can see, this particular scenario is showing as that higher magnification is happen with the help of this particular electron microscope. So as we talked about this and discussing this particular pro-eutectoid uh, ferrite, so there the only higher magnification can identify this, and the two micro constituent that are present in this micrograph, that is the pro-eutectoid ferrite and the pearlite, and this particular ferrite and the pearlite, basically pro-eutectoid ferrite and pearlite, which will appear in the hypoeutectoid iron carbon alloy that are basically slowly cooled to a temperature below the eutectoid. So low cooling temperature below the eutectoid temperature, that leading to the pro-eutectoid reactions, and that the kind of appearance of the material is taking place. So relative amount of the pro-eutectoid alpha and the perlite may be determined in a very smaller similar manner, and that we discussed in the earlier for the primary and the eutectic microconstituents that we discussed in the earlier lectures. So that is the particular point regarding to the pro-eutectoid is to be discussed today. And furthermore, there are the 3 points which are the key points are writing over here. So just we can read it for the information that it formed before the eutectoid reaction. Obviously, that's why it is called the pro-eutectoid. It is the before eutectoid reaction, and that is the below the particular reaction as well. The ferrite that is present in a perlite is called the eutectoid ferrite. As you can see, the eutectoid ferrite is happening here, that because they are in the alternative or the similar segment, and the ferrite that form is above the T eutectoid, that is the TE, that is the 727 is the pro eutectoid, as this the formation is taking place. So you can see here is this figure, that is the pro eutectoid formation above 727 degrees centigrade. So before the eutectoid reaction, this kind of a pro-eutectoid reaction is happening, and from there the eutectoid changes of the material, the hypoeutectoid reaction is taking place. Now, as we talked about this, so now we are further moving for our next topic, next point, that is the hypereutectoid. As you see in this particular, that is increasing due to the increasing in the weight percentage of carbon, it is called the hypereutectoid, and it acquired point, it is started from 0.83 weight percentage from where the hypoeutectoid ended, and so on, leading to the up to a 2 percentage max for defining the steel percentage, and that is the range of basically high carbon steel. And or you can say the in between the medium carbon alloy steel as well. So this particular microstructure for iron carbide alloy that have the composition between the zero point 0.6 and the 2.8 percentage, 2.14 weight percent of carbon are known as the hypereutectoid, or more than the eutectoid. So this is the particular figure, that is the again the figure is showing the structural changes, but this figure basically explain in a very decent manner. So I took taking this particular figure for consideration, or we will take the help of these figures as well to understand basically what is happening. So this is the particular range where that is taken place here. Over here only this range of the particular figure is taking place over here to understand. So not to concluding this for confusion, so I'm just uh, hanging with these two figure as well to understand what is happening over here. So these both are the same, but what we took, we just took, this is the only portion, this is the only portion we took in this particular figure. So now we are going to discuss about the hypereutectoid, that is the steel, that is the weight percentage is showing, that is 1.2 weight percent of carbon. So that is the transformation basically happening over here. So in this transformation, as we talked about this, and the microstructure that result hypereutectoid alloy, those containing the 0.76 weight percentage, as you can see, the 0.76 weight percentage of carbon and up to 2.14 weight percent of carbon, that is the maximum range of the steel, and which are cooled from the temperature within the alpha gamma phase, that is the phase of the gamma. As you can see, this is the gamma phase is showing here, and that we are considering the C1 is taking place over here, that the particular point is taking place over here, that is the C naught. So we are now considering this figure to understand what is happening. So all the data are given here as we talked. So this is the basically point, which is the identifying basically the weight percentage of that particular 0.76 weight percentage of carbon, and that is up to 2.14 weight percentage of carbon, as you can see here. So let it be, don't be confused yourself, and just to understand from this figure. So at the we talked, as we discussed in the earlier lectures as well, we are now considering the point Z and the Z dash over here, that is showing here. This is the Z and the Z dash. So this particular Z dash and the showing the cooling line, which is lying at the overall composition of the alloy, that is the C1, which is showing here, and in this particular figure is showing C0. So these are all the similar, so don't be confused. So now at the point of the particular G, that is in the pure gamma austenite region, what is happening? Obviously, because it is the pure solid austenite, that is the gamma austenite basically happening over here. So that particular gamma phase will be present with the composition of the C1, as you can see. So that the C1 is controlling the overall composition of the structure. So the microstructure will appear as showing in this particular with the composition of that particular C1 that will appear, and that is having the region of the grain particular this kind of a this. And upon cooling from the one phase to another, that is the alpha plus Fe3C region. So that particular phase region, that is the region that is over here, because we are moving toward the cementite portion. So we are considering this Fe gamma plus Fe3C region, and that the particular showing at the point you can see here at the point H, and that the transformation basically happening due to that concentration of this particular carbon. So this particular phase transformation gamma plus Fe3C field, the point H, that the cementite phase began to form along the initial alpha gamma grain, and that gamma phase will be present with the composition of the C1, as we taken this is the consideration. And this particular transformation of the H, the gamma is transforming to the cementite phase, and that is the beginning of the particular gamma grain boundaries, similar to the alpha phase boundaries that we talked in the earlier one. So this cementite is basically called, that particular cementite is basically called the pro-eutectoid cementite, means it is happening before the eutectoid reactions. So that which form before the eutectoid reactions, and of course the cementite composition remains constant at 6.67 percentage of the carbon. So that the particular percentage of the carbon. So as the temperature changes, so the composition of the austenite phase will move along the line, that the line is showing the basically which is considering here toward the eutectoid. That particular point, the point P and the point O, the transformation of this particular cementite or the composition of the austenite phase will move along the line PO toward the eutectoid. As you can see, that is the P, that is the O, and that the particular transformation is lying along this particular line. And as the temperature is lowered through the eutectoid to the point I, as we reaching to the lower cooling temperature, so at the point I, all the remaining austenite of the eutectoid composition is converted into the pearlite basically, and this the resulting the microstructure consists of the pearlite and the pro-eutectoid as well. So these the particular microstructure is containing this kind of a structure, and these proeutectoid basically cementite as a microconstituent of the particular, and this particular micrograph is showing the 1.4 weight percentage of carbon, and that particular weight percentage of carbon is noting down to the pro-eutectoid cementite that is appearing at the light. You can see here that the particular light section is a pro-eutectoid cementite that transform after the cooling to the pure eutectoid steel, and that is the, since it has much the same appearance as the pro-eutectoid ferrite, so there is some difficulty to distinguish between the hyper-eutectoid and the hyper-eutectoid steel on the basics of the microstructure, because all the pro-eutectoid reactions having the similar kind of appearance, shiny whitish appearance, that providing the confusion that it is basically happening inside the particular material. So these particular light section can be categorized with respect to this particular hypoeutectoid and the hypereutectoid steel with respect to the you can taking the place the microstructure of the material. So this is the basic things that we discuss, and this is again the hypoeutectic and hypereutectic system that is showing, that is basically showing above the uh, uh, above the 2% of the carbon, as you can see. This is the hypoeutectic and this is the hypereutectic. So this is the basically range of the cast iron that is showing the microstructural behavior changes is taking place inside the material, and that is how we can categorize these phase changes from one phase to the another phase, and that is also showing the various composition of the material as well. So this is the basic figure that is showing the phase transformations that is taking place, and at a various level. And there is a one question of the particular problem related that we can solve to identify the basic of this particular as for a 99.6 weight percentage of iron, the weight per 0.4 percentage of carbon steel at a temperature just below the eutectoid. So we need to find out the composition of Fe3C and the ferrite alpha and the amount of the cementite basically, and as we are in the talk of this particular formulation, so can we take this 0.35, or you can say just take this 40 as well, no matter what are the issues, okay, take it 40, okay. So what we need to do is we need to find out the composition of Fe3C and the ferrite alpha and the amount of the cementite in this particular above the 100 gram of the steel as we talked. So this is the particular phase. By the Leverrer rule, we can find out the particular data, and by using this RS tie line, you can see this is the R, this is the S tie line. We will get the alpha carbon composition and the ferrite composition with respect to that. and that is the 0.002% to 6.67%, and that is the particular uh, solving of this particular first one. And now we are moving toward the using the Leverage rule with the tie line. So what was the first question? The composition of the Fe3C and the alpha ferrite in this particular, regarding this 99.68 percentage of iron and 4.40 percentage of carbon, as you can see. So this particular figure is explaining this particular composition, and from this we can identify. Now we are solving the second problem of this, the amount of cementite in the grams that form in the 100 gram of steel. So by this we can take the compositional changes, that is by the Leverage rule, and after applying this Leverage rule we can find out the various point of the RS system, and with respect to that we can find out the particular percentage of this particular cementite which is available basically in this. So the particular as we find out about this particular single one, so what we are need to find out about the 100 gram. So what we will do, we will just multiply by this, so by 100, and we will get 5.7 gram of cementite at this particular point. So this is very simple questions that we will get solved in this particular, and these particular things that we will proceeding for that, and this is just a detail of iron carbon alloy system, that how these particular systems are working basically. And the one of the another kind of cooling system is basically happening in this, the particular, as you can see, the annoying steel with the other element changes the eutectoid temperature, position of the phase boundaries, and the relative amount of the each phases, as when the percentage of the particular alloying steel is combined with the other materials. So these are the basically concentration of the alloys which is showing here, and that changes with respect to the temperature and the composition. And so this is just this particular phase diagram. Now I can understand, now you can able to understand what is the phase diagram is all about, and how this phase diagram is basically helpful to understand the microstructural behavior and the changes which of the material or the alloys, which leading to the various properties of the material as well. So, in this one topic, we left at the non-equilibrium cooling, and that particular changes basically. So, for now, I am just concluding this lecture, and we will discuss in the next topic of relating to the phase equilibrium diagram. So, for now, thank you.